Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is being in receptive mode. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these posts a while back, and if as I'm reading, I come across something that is outdated, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information about it. And then at the very end, I will summarize this with what's going on in the world today. And also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to find out what those are. Being in receptive mode. One of the things that happens when people start practicing law of attraction is that they put all of their focus on what they want to attract. They get the idea that they create their reality through their thoughts and immediately start thinking of prosperity and all the goodies that go with it. This may work a little bit at first, but usually what happens is they get frustrated that their stuff isn't here fast enough. So they try harder, making their vision boards, saying their affirmations, staring at their mind maps, and then they finally decide it's a bunch of horseradish and quit. That's not how a law of attraction works. In fact, it's the opposite. It's using body level exertions to work a spiritual energetic tool. It's like using a chisel and hammer to work on your internet connection. When you try hard at anything, you're using the body level energy of effort. Effort is required by your muscles to get your body out of a chair, and it works fine to push start a car with manual transmission, but it has the opposite effect when applied to high vibrational techniques. It stops them from happening. That's why many of your manifestations happen when you no longer need them or want them. You've taken your attention off them, and the universe finally has a chance to release them to you. When you focus intently on something, your point of awareness goes to that item and outside of yourself. You're no longer home in your body or your life. So the Universal Parcel Service doesn't have the address to send your desires to you. And if they're left on your doorstep, you're not home to receive them. That's what happens when you actually get what you want, but you can't have it. You finally manifested the right person, but your life is such a shambles that they don't stick around. You win the lotto, but you haven't handled your shopping addiction or learned about investing, so it's gone within a year. The trick, and it really isn't a trick, is to know what you want. The thought alone is an email request to the universe via the cosmic internet, and then focus within yourself to prepare to have it. I call it being in receiving mode, generating an energy of receptivity, of drawing in that which you desire. Abraham Hicks calls it delicious anticipation. I've called it raising your havingness. Ultimately, you don't have to do anything. Your life rearranges itself so things fall into place, including what you've asked for. People find this happening automatically when they get off the fast track, when they consciously slow down to enjoy life. Choosing to start the day with meditations or a cup of herbal tea and journaling instead of espresso in the news brings this about. Turns out much of what you desire you already have in some form or another, but you've been too busy to enjoy it. So try these suggestions. Stop thinking about what you don't have. Stop focusing on all the terrible things happening in the world today. Start enjoying the present moment, even in tiny increments. The leaves are so pretty right now. This tea tastes so good. Let yourself know that the universe is on your side and supports you beautifully. Taking pleasure in what you do have attracts more pleasurable things to you. And that's what the law of attraction is all about. So I think this is really interesting because I have kind of upgraded from the law of attraction. And I think it's because when you first learn about law of attraction, it's like mind blowing and these miraculous things tend to happen. But we tend to fall into it from a perspective of where's my stuff? And you're really acting as if the source is outside of who you really are. I view this world as a hologram, and we're not just the avatar playing the game, and we're also not the person with the joystick controlling the avatar in the game. At our highest level of consciousness, we are also the programmer of the game. So the intention of the law of attraction really is to connect you to creating what you want on an energetic level. And it is pretty amazing when that does happen because reality does reorganize in your favor. But people do tend to approach it as if they're the character in the game asking for their stuff from the programmer rather than seeing you are the programmer. And when you're lined up, there's this wonderful flow from outside the hologram into the hologram. And being in receptive mode is resting in that awareness and appreciation that this is all a creation of consciousness. And whatever does does show up is more than likely bigger than you possibly could have imagined, because the character in the game does not have the same level of infinite imagination that you have as consciousness. So if you have any experiences like this, please leave them in the comments and below. I love to read your comments. And if you like these videos, please click the thumbs up and also click the bell icon to subscribe. Doing those things lets YouTube know to share these videos more widely and get this important information out into the world. It's so needed nowadays. And if you want to have a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective of your life and give you a solution to a lot of questions you might have. And if you want to know more, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. I do individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are. I take a look at yourself as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. I can answer any questions that you might have. And also I can help you with energetic changes if you like. It's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. And my coaching special is tailor-made just for you. You work with me one-on-one, and I give you consciousness techniques to help you transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.